Now, have you ever been scammed before?
Twice, but both were unsuccessful. So I'm here to share the story too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or we a fraud. Yes, I've been scammed before.
For the sake of the scam,
I just been in Yadel 2021. Now I'm in the court. You boom me pay. You fraud me pay.
Don't trust people easily because people are not what you think they are.
Once again, you're on BEP TV and the name goes Mr. Benjamin Kwadi. I am so humbled to be in the office of one gentleman, a handsome, great legend. When it comes to dance, I'm telling ya, this man is full of talent. Don't think of only dance. Hey, when it comes to acting, wow, many people do not know whether he's good in acting, but I can tell you, anytime I enter his office, one production is done. I call him Prof. Oh my goodness. This man is full of talent. He's been in the system, I will say, 70 years. Somebody might say, why am I saying 70 years? But I'll tell you the reason why. It's a system of wisdom. This man has saved my life over decades. Some time ago when I happened to be in the school, I was thinking of committing suicide. The only person I had to call at that time was Mrs. Terry Bright. And then he said to me, Benjamin Kwadi, you don't know who you are, use your face. Today, by the grace of the living God, I am still alive and doing great things because God used him to save my life. But before he talks or says anything, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. Now, have you ever been scammed before?
Twice, but both were unsuccessful. So I'm here to share the story too.
Wow.
Or we a fraud. Yes, I've been scammed before.
for the sake of the scam,
I just been in Yadel 2021. Now I'm in the court. You boom me pay. You fraud me pay.
Don't trust people easily because people are not what you think they are.
Wow, if you just tune in to BEP TV, you're watching, have you ever been scammed before? Like you know, the name goes Mr. Benjamin Kwadi. I have you in the studio. The name, Mr. Terry Bright. I call him Prof. Mr. Prof, you're welcome to BEP TV, and this is, have you ever been scammed before? This scam alert. I know the reason why you're laughing. I remember the time when I was being scammed, he told me straight in the face, Benjamin Kwadi, this is a scam. I said, no weapon. No weapon.
No weapon.
And finally, I was scammed. He's a great man in this country. He's been a dancer for a very long time, a lecturer. But let me not talk much. Let's go back to Mr. Terry. Mr. Terry, can you tell us about yourself? Who is Terry Bright?
Okay, so I am. Okay, so Terry Bright attended Birmingham Primary. My dad was an army officer, WO1 to be precise. So I lived and grew up at Birmingham. In my childhood days. I went to Birmingham Primary. At that time, it was Birmingham Primary, and then opposite Birmingham Primary was Garrison Primary, and behind Birmingham Primary was Kotoka International, and what have you. So I went to Birmingham Primary, and then from there I went to St. Peter's Secondary School in Kwetia Kwewu. Where from Form 1 to Form 5, I completed that one, and I went to Accra Workers Colleges for some time, and then there we are. So I was a science student actually when I was in St. Peter's Secondary School. I was doing okay until I decided that let me actually come to the School of Performing Arts because I went into dancing. I met one very astute dancer and performer by name Kelly Ama. During the dancing competition, the national dance competition, I met him, and then he trained me, and then he advised that I come to the School of Performing Arts dance department. Excuse me, because he thought I was a natural, So I decided, okay, let me give it a try. At that time, my dad had died, so I didn't have anybody to take care of me. So I wanted to take a shortcut, so I could come to School of Performing Arts with my O levels, and I did the entrance exam, and I passed. So I ended up at the School of Performing Arts, and I came to the School of Performing Arts after I had won the National Dance Contest, and then did the diploma for 3 years, and then traveled outside, came back, worked for some time in Ghana, decided to do my master's, and I came to do my master's I think from 2006 to 2009, and today here I'm a lecturer at the Department of Dance Studies, and I had to now also pursue my PhD in African Studies, and I did that, and here I am. So in a nutshell, I'm a street dancer who has managed to pave a way for myself in academia, and I am here at the School of Performing Arts teaching as a lecturer. So in a nutshell, that is Terry.
But what a beautiful profile. But Uncle Terry, do you know that you are an actor? No. I mean, many of you do not know, but let me tell you something. Anytime I visit him, we'll have one production before I leave. Anyway, my first question to you is that, have you ever been scammed before?
Scammed. Okay, so I wouldn't say I've been scammed. There was an attempt, not through me directly. So it came through my friend, Slim Buster. We used to be very close. We are still close. It's just that he's not around these days. But we used to be very close, and so most everything that comes to me, I'll run it by him, and if anything comes to him, he runs it by me. Then we can take decisions on it. So I was there in my house one day, I think about maybe 8-10 years back, and then he gave me a call. No, not 8-10 years back. It was way back. It was way back. I think it was around 2005 thereabouts.
Oh, okay.
So he gave me a call, and then he said, "Oh, Charlie, there's some connection, but some people asking for something, and that thing, is a business that the profit margin is so huge that we are going to make a lot of money." So for first, I thought to myself, and I'm like, what at all will be this lucrative business that these people are coming with? And I look at every lucrative business in Ghana with some suspicion. So I said, what? He said, no, where are you? I said, I'm home. He said, okay, I'm coming. So he comes home, sits down, said, look, this is what they have brought. And he said, they say that they need some drug. The drug is in a bottle, and it is so expensive in Europe, precisely I think UK, that they need those drugs to inject the horses that go racing, and these horses, they are very expensive, and their riders are paid in huge sums, like millions of pounds. So he said that drug is cheap in Ghana, but that cheap that he was talking about is relative. So I'm looking at a drug that is sold at that time, he said one was like about 1,500 or something, and that we have to buy like 10, just to test the grounds. So that drug is, you can only get it from one person in Cape Coast who is a chief, and that you have to go to Cape Coast and go and buy it from that particular chief and bring it to this guy who has called. But the guy said he got hint that there's a chief in Cape Coast, but if he goes there, the chief will not sell it to him. But if we as Ghanaians go there, that chief will sell it, and they don't want the chief to get wind of the fact that it's a drug for horses in the UK. So and I asked Slim, who is this guy? Is he Nigerian? That's the first question I asked. Because I know that a lot of these scam things are basically it's 419, you know. So then he said, oh no, he's a white person. So once he said it's white Oyibo, I relaxed. I said, okay. So then I said, okay, so what are we going to do? Me, I don't have money to go and buy this thing at 1,500. So what do we do? Then said, oh, we have a friend. We have a friend who is a pastor, very rich. So we said, okay, he also likes business. So let's go and run it by him. And then we can get him to lead us so that we can go and buy the thing. So we went to his office. We called him and I asked him where he is. So he's in his office. I said, oh, we are bringing some business. He said, oh, bring. He likes business. So we drove all the way to his office. And then we told him about the thing. He listened to us quietly. And then when he said, oh, it's a scam. And I said, oh, really? I said, yes. I was telling Slim, but Slim said, no, Pastor Ray, you know, the man who's in charge is a white man. And then he said, Slim, I'm telling you, it's a scam. I have been told about this particular business. I'm telling you, it's a scam. Okay, you know what? Tell the guy that you want to take him, the guy, to the chief. And that you want to take the money from him and buy the thing from the chief and give it to him. You are not really interested in the profit. So that he can go and sell his thing. Because it's his money. So that he can go. Then Slim became quiet. Then we started thinking through the thing. What was
Pastor Ray?
No, it's not Pastor Ray. It's Joe. We call him Joe. It's Pastor Joseph. What Pastor Joseph is saying has some merit. This thing, it can be a scam. So then Slim started thinking through it. Me, I was very skeptical. So then Slim said, okay. So we went back, you know, Slim and myself were testing our stars. Charlie Walker, if you had money. Anyway, but maybe what he's saying is true. Well, so then we went and then we couldn't pursue it again and then we left it. Then, like 3 days time, I was in the house, then Slim calls me. Ufusu, where are you? I said, oh, I'm in my house. He said, me by James. I'm coming there. Like, I'm coming there right now. I said, okay. Charlie, what Pastor Joseph was telling me, it was true. I think it's a scam. I said, how do you know? He said, hey, the white man, he speaks Yoruba like something. So the white man, he said, the white man that was leading the entourage who in fact, he was fronting, speaks Yoruba left inside out. So it's a scam that the Nigerian squad had put him in front. So when you see that it's a white man,
You just believe.
as for white or Igbo people, they don't scam. So
Wow.
So we were on the verge. Then we went to Pastor Ofori and he said, Pastor Ofori. It's called Joseph Ofori. He said, Pastor Ofori, Charlie, that is. He said, I told you. He said, look, I have been scammed. Somebody. So I know when they bring it, I know the trend.
Wow.
You know, so we're just on the verge of being scammed. In fact, I didn't have that money to go and buy. We are talking about almost like 20 years back. I didn't have that money to go and buy this 150,000. No, I didn't have that money. So,
All right. So the next question is, what lesson have you gotten from this scenario, and how has that helped you?
Oh.
I mean, to be able to detect or see signals when you see.
it's a simple, straightforward thing, and I'm saying this as advice to every Ghanaian, okay, or to a large extent African, that if you listen to any business, if any business is brought to you, and that business is too good to be true, do not venture into it. Because what they do, basically, is that they will throw at you the mouth-watering profits that you're going to make. That's the first thing. I don't know. Oh, that when you sell this thing, you will get this. They are always on what you will get. And what you will get would actually belittle what you will put in.
Yeah.
So, comparatively, you look at what you're going to put in, and it's like chicken feed. But what you are actually going to get is like so huge. And so you'll be interested to put in your money. And a lot of even Christians have fallen victim of such scams because everybody wants a shortcut
To make money.
to make money. That is the bottom line. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you believe in. Almost everybody feels that probably is because maybe our politicians have disappointed us hugely. And they have. I don't care whether it is any party. They have disappointed us. And therefore, people think that the best way to do it is to shortcut. Go make money within a short period. You are rich. To hell with everybody. You know. And that is the bane of the situation now. And we have to be very, very careful. You have to be careful, very careful, because this scam thing is on the increase. It comes in
Various ways.
you know.
All right, before you continue, let's take a quick break. Thank you so much for your time. And we're going to come back to Anga Terry. We'll be right back.
In Empomat, powerful. So please, watch out. See you at the top.
My name is Mrs. Benisgogo. I have been working in the bank for the past 12 years. I've always wanted to start a side business to supplement my income, but between raising a family and keeping up with my demand work schedule, it never happened. I always get home from work between the hours of 9 and 10 p.m., which has been a problem for me for a very long time. Finally, as I looked for solutions, I discovered the corporate group of Empomat through its relationship manager, who introduced me to the business opportunity. Wow. Yes, please come in. Oh, hello. That's Dory, right? Oh, nice meeting you. Okay. Anyway, before you continue, there's a friend of mine. I just invited her to come and also listen to whatever you have for us.
Sure,
Okay.
that is fine.
All right. So, Prissy, this is Dory.
Nice to meet you. Like I said the last time, the corporate group is a group of professionals and business owners. So these are people that would want to earn extra income, but they do not have the time to do so. These people are working in their reputable companies, but they want extra stream of income. But the time to actually do extra business is not there. So that's where Empomat comes in. So Empomat has brought about a strategy to bring all of these professionals and business owners together. And as you are here working in your reputable company, you have someone working on the field for you. I'm going to work with you as your relationship manager. So as you are busy here working in your reputable company, I'll be on the field as well working for you.
Am I going to pay something?
Not at all. Basically, you shop and you get paid. We also have wholesale prices, meaning that all the things that you've been buying on the regular, now you just have to buy all of those things from the platform. Vacation trip. I know vacation is not something that is new to you. But the
what do you
beautiful
think for?
thing about Empomat Vacation is that with Empomat Vacation, though you go to release stress and also have organic fun, but Empomat Vacation creates an atmosphere which enables our corporate people network with one another. So you meet different people from other professional backgrounds. So we also have cars, incentives.
It's too
We
good
also
to be
have
true.
scholarship.
Hello, yeah. Charlie, my money is the money there. The one I said you should put it down for me. Yeah. Charlie, put it in my bank account for me. Who is the brain behind the whole thing?
Okay, so my CEO is Dr. Kwabena Yeboah. First of all, you just have to send the money to the Empomat account.
See, as a banker who is always busy at work, I have a graduate employed by Empomat for corporate group who is always working for me, and the company pays the graduate salaries for my benefits. Wow, what a great idea and opportunity to solve all employees' problems. To ensure a steady stream of passive income, I joined the corporate group of Empomat and had relationship managers working for me in the over 10,000 companies on Empomat platform in 18 countries in order to earn passive income continuously. Member of the corporate group, I earn daily and weekly income and have already qualified for Dubai, United States of America, and a 2021 Honda Civic model.
I've arrived and one of the partners has called for this Honda Civic 2021 model, and we are here to present to her at her church.
I never thought this is coming now. I knew it would come. This year, my objective is to qualify for Mercedes-Benz alongside with my team and to increase our passive income. Are you a corporate employee or a business owner who is always on the go? If so, join my corporate group and relationship managers will work with you to earn residual income and meet the requirements for all expense-paid trip, cars, and home at Empo City. Registration is free and you must load your Empomat shopping cart in order to shop from over 10,000 companies, including filling stations, gas stations, groceries, computers, phones, education app like Mental Lab, healthy and organic products, Healthy Habits Global, insurance, Goya products, automobiles, building materials such as cement, iron rods, roofing sheets, wood, and many more. It is now time to fuel your wealth. Empomat, fuel your wealth.
In Empomat, powerful.
Empomat, e-commerce media already started, and now going to do. Now, what do you know about Papa? Every moment, someone could buy 5 times away. Education, Laguna Park view. Now, my boss on it. What things to me too safe. And about me, I just open the good children. Sister, brother, who got the Mammy, I'm Michelle Castle. As I was telling me, but it's more grave. Papa. Now, yes, another one, to register. Join here, they register. And there's some why join here. And me. My telling for my one man white.
Wow, this is getting interesting. My name is Mr. Benjamin Kwadi, here with Mr. Terry Bright, the dancer breaker. He's been in the industry for decades. Man is a legend. He's an actor, but he doesn't know, and I'm saying it, I call him Prof. And if you tune in, you're watching Have You Ever Been Scammed Before? And this is PEHP TV. Okay, tell me, have you ever heard of cryptocurrency?
Yes, I have. In fact, severally. I have had former students of mine call me, and then they want to introduce me to cryptocurrency and all that. And I tell them point blank that I am not interested because it looks too good to be true. Some of the things that they talk about, and like I said earlier on, they will throw the profit to you, and if you are greedy, you would think that it is something that it's worth pursuing, and then you realize later on that you've thrown your money away. So she's, in fact, one particular one that I quite remember, the last one that called. I think she's married now in the US. She called me. At that time she was in Ghana. She called me and said, "Oh, have I heard of cryptocurrency?" I said, "Yes, I've heard about cryptocurrency." And then she asked me, what do I think about cryptocurrency? I said, "Oh, I don't think anything about it. I think it's somebody trying to introduce some business into the system to make profit. And that if you fall victim to it and you think that you are making profits, I'm sure pretty soon you would be caught in the web. So, I am not actually interested in it. No, if you put in this amount of money, dollars, you are going to get this dollars, and then you got $3,000, and I said, yes. I said, oh, really? He said, oh, yes, I'm telling you, if you put this, you get this. I said, oh, then it's good. So, have you invested in this? Oh, yes, I invested. Oh, do you know my profit that came? Then he called the amount of money that came into his account or whatever. I said, that's nice. So, I'm expecting that, and you know me. That almost everything that you bring to me, you in particular, almost everything that you bring to me, I assess
analyze
it,
and
then I will tell you that then in 6 months' time, I'm expecting that you buy a car and a house,
Range Rover with hazard.
Exactly. So I did the same thing to her. I said, okay, then I'm expecting that within a year or two, you should be either you bought a ship or a, But I personally am not interested. But I'll be praying and rooting for you to be able to make all those profits, so that that will become evidence of the fact that you invested your money into that and you have made some profit. And then she said, oh okay, but you have to give it a try. These are my former students, and so some of them are like they want to coax me into, and I tell them that it's a personal policy that I don't invest in such too good to be true kind of thing, businesses and all that. Some of them are so mouth-watering, and I look out for those things, the mouth-watering kind of businesses that people bring to me. If it sounds too good to be true, I just avoid it. And then I think it was about 2-3 years ago or something, I heard that the guy who introduced it has run into a situation with the US, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I said it, yes, scamming and all these kind of
games that people
play, it comes in various ways. You
we need to really be careful.
It comes in various ways, and if you think that our governments have disappointed us, and therefore you'd want a shortcut to making money, you'll be disappointed. More especially when I come to think of the men's gold thing. I had people come into my office virtually talking about men's gold, saying that it's a new business, it's good, people are putting in their money. I said, quite so brave. I wish you all the best. I think that I am content with the little that I have. I think that I will just maintain my focus on what I am doing, what I do best. I'll concentrate on that, work hard, and make my little money that I want. After all, human beings, what do we want in life? Just a single bed that you sleep on, or if a double bed if you are married, and a place that your children will lay their heads, and make sure that you have some stream of income coming in, consistently. That would make you self-sufficient. That is all we need. But sometimes it's greed, greed. I want more. That people would engage in all kinds of some of these businesses and scam businesses, and then get themselves in deep waters that they cannot free themselves. It becomes a big problem for them. I've had friends who have gotten monies. Some of them I can't mention their names, but they got so much money from their parents, and then they went to invest in stuff like that, and they lost all their money. They lost all their money, and so it is what it is.
Uncle Terry, very excited to meet you in your office to explain certain things when it comes to scam. In fact, I've really learned a lot from you. I remember the last time when somebody was trying to scam me, and Uncle Terry told me, Benjamin Quaddy, this is a scam. I didn't bother him. I said, no, Papa. Not knowing the person was scamming me. The person scammed me 4,450 Ghana cedis. Please let's be wise. Be very, very, very careful when somebody comes to talk to you about business and all that. There's so many ways of people scamming people, so we need to be very, very careful on social media when the person meets you physically. Whichever mediums, you just have to be alert and be very, very careful. Now let me share this with you. Angateri, some time ago I was in the house. Look at this strategy that people also use. I was in the house when somebody parked in front of our house, and then says that he's looking for somebody in our house. I said, what's the name? He mentioned the name. He went inside and then came out. At that time, a taxi driver has parked outside. So he came out because the person wasn't there. Came out. I don't know what he talked to the taxi driver, what he told the taxi driver. And then they left. About an hour, the taxi driver drove back there and said, please, he was looking for that man. I said, what happened? He said the man has been using him throughout the whole day.
And then that's where he lives.
He says that his wife lived in our house. That he was coming to check up. The wife was pregnant. He was coming to check up on the wife. Came back to tell him some lies and all that. Drove him all the way to La Paz. The man entered the house, says that he's coming, and that was the end. Please, and this advice has to go to especially the taxi drivers, Uber drivers. When somebody picks you up, trying to do some rounds, and the man took money from him, showed him dollars, drove to a place, moving him around from Forex Bureau, or they've closed to another Forex Bureau where he can get to change dollars. Collected about 300 Ghana cedis from him. He said, oh, when he changed the money, we'll give it to him back. Drove him finally to La Paz. Entered the house, said, I'll be back. We call it, I'll be right back.
And that was it.
And that was the end. Then he wrote back saying that the wife is in the house. Do I know
him? Oh my
him?
goodness.
The man
was gone.
Was gone. Please, let's all be very, very careful. This thing is happening every single day. Every single day. We have to be careful.
Especially when the economy of the country is so bad.
So bad.
People are struggling to, put
and they want
food on the table.
Yeah. All right, keep watching BEP TV. And this is Kamalech. Have you ever been scammed before? Please subscribe, comment, and like it. We'll be right back.
Are you interested in showbiz? If yes, this is a great opportunity for you. All you need to do is to register at the cost of 100 Ghana cedis. Hooray! You can also apply to attend our 3-day intensive training. All you need to do is to call BEHP on 0243 820090 or 0244 677 985. BEHP, raising celebrities for Christ Jesus around the globe.
All too soon, the program has come to an end. Anything that goes up must surely come down. The name goes. Mr. Benjamin Kwari would like to say a very big thanks to Dr. Terry Bright. In the meantime, see you next week on Skamalech, and this is BEP TV. Have you ever been scammed before? See ya.